Ashe, 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 I say, and grand rising, a grand day to you all, my very beautiful melanin people. Yes, you, my melanin race. It is I, the mystic philosopher, in the capacity of a humble messenger. This is a blunt message from our most honorable African ancestors to all of you, my highly enriched, natural, native, earthly melanin youths. Or if you prefer, to all of you, my highly enriched, natural, native, earthly, carbon skin youths. Yes, you that are also commonly known as the children of our motherland, that is today called Africa. Thus, you are my African ascendants. And please note that I did not say you are my African descendants. We are not descending, we are ascending. But I categorically and emphatically say you are my African ascendants the world over. This message is for you. And just for the record and also for your information, my youths, originally our motherland was not called Africa by our most honorable African ancestors. Also, please note that if you are called, named, labeled, listed, carded, and profiled, etc., as black, and if in ignorance you think and are led to believe that you are black, and consequently you are calling yourselves black, and you are identifying yourselves as black or as any or all of its synonyms and euphemisms, etc., etc., then this message is also for you. However, if you are in words and in your deeds truly black, aka truly Negro, or any of its synonyms and euphemisms, etc., etc., then this message is not for you. And I repeat, this message is not for you. In fact, it will most certainly offend you and might even provoke you to manifest blackness. All of the true nature and characteristics of black, both in your thoughts and eventually in your actions. And if you really and truly don't know the true meanings and definitions of the word black, aka Negro, same thing, its synonyms and euphemisms, etc., etc., then please stop surrendering to your ignorance. Stop surrendering to your pride, and before you arrogantly dismiss this message and this my introduction, please consult this, our Lord's language, or even more direct, please consult our Master's language. Yes, this language that I am now attempting to use and communicate with you, which is also known as the English and its people, the English / the British people's various dictionary. Please consult them. Various dictionaries, not just one. Now, let me begin with this message. My youth, if at all you think that you are intelligent and intelligent enough and capable enough to do so, then please listen very carefully and take heed to what I have to say to you. Now, I am calling upon you because you are young and strong, and because the survival and preservation of our natural highly melanin race upon this, our planet and Mother Earth, is in your hands. Yes, it is dependent on you. But you are stubborn. You are being stiff-necked. Some of you erroneously think and believe that you are men or women. Individually, some of you are ignorantly saying to yourselves and to others, I'm a man and I'm a woman. But you are wrong. The truth be told, you are only youths. Youths that have the potential to become men or women. Individually, you are only a youth, you are only a child that has the potential to become a man or a woman. If you are listening to what I'm saying, and if at all you are truly capable of understanding, understanding, and overstanding what I'm saying to you, then you will know and admit to yourselves that you were not born a man or a woman, but that you were only born to become one. You were only born to become a man or a woman. You will understand and also admit that you were not born wise, that you were not born with wisdom, but that you were born young. You were born fragile as an infant child that hopefully will live long enough in order that you might gain wisdom. You were born an infant child, helpless, defenseless, and foolish. And as it is written in some ancient scriptures, you were born with foolishness in your hearts, aka foolishness in your minds. And that only the guidance, protection, the correct instructions and teachings and corrections of your wise elders, your wise men and women that are among you, that can and that will help rid you of your ignorance and your follies. My youth, listen and listen very carefully, and be not deceived any longer. To be called a man or a woman does not necessarily mean that you are indeed a man or a woman. In other words, not just because the media and others are calling you a man or a woman, or are calling you men and women, that you are indeed a man or a woman, or that you are indeed men and women. To become an adult, again, to become an adult does not automatically mean that you have become a man or a woman. And becoming an adult does not automatically qualifies you as a man or a woman. The status of a man or a woman is the highest honor and the highest level of mental, spiritual, physical, holistic accomplishment and fulfillment that you can or that you may attain in this realm and on this side of reality. My youths, to become a man or a woman takes patience, experience, and much time, and thus you must live long enough in order to become one. You must live long enough in order to become a man or a woman. My youths, a man or a woman is one who has gained knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. Now, before gaining wisdom, you must first gain understanding, and before you can gain understanding, you must first gain knowledge. It is knowledge first, understanding second, and wisdom third. And only in that order, no other way around. Therefore, you must first know you. You must first know yourself, meaning you must first know who and what you are. You must know where you are. You must know where you are from and why you are here or there. And equally important, my youths, you must know your enemies. You must know our enemies. and who and what they are as well. You must know our enemies. For to neglect this fact, or to be ignorant of who and what your enemies are, or to be ignorant of who our enemies are, is to surrender yourselves to them and become like lambs to be slaughtered. And only by knowing and understanding these facts about yourselves and your enemies that you will gain wisdom and become wise enough to make wise judgment as a man or as a woman or as men and women. My youths, wake up and please be not deceived by the evil system's lies anymore. Gaining worldly fame, popularity, money, riches, possessions, material wealth, power and success, etc. within the system does not make you into a man or a woman. And a natural weapon of any form in your hands or in your bosom does not make you into a man or a woman. A gun, aka a firearm or fire in your arm or your bosom, sure does not make you into a man or a woman. Intentionally and callously forcing the breath of life from the body of another does not make you into a man or a woman. But it can, and it sure will make you into a monster, aka a creature with a gun. Yes, it makes you into a creature with a gun, a damn fool with a gun, a jackass with a gun, an idiot with a firearm or with fire in his arm or her arm. So don't fool yourself. My youths, using violence, aka force, any and all forms of force or forces to settle disputes, to settle disagreements and misunderstandings among yourselves, sure does not make you into a man or a woman. My youth, be not deceived by the evil system and its lies anymore. Sodomizing, pimping, raping, bullying, brutalizing, maiming, torturing, dopey making, assaulting, killing and murdering each other, especially killing and murdering innocent women and children, etc., etc., sure does not make you into a man or a woman. Politicking, gang banging, turf setting, and being called so-called leaders, so-called generals and dons, and area boss, rural boss and bosses, cons, ex-cons, and don gorgons, etc., sure does not make you into a man or a woman. Those actions are simply the manifest wisdom of fools, the manifest wisdom of dumb idiots, to say the least. Those behaviors will only make you live below the status of mongrels and die an embarrassment to intelligence and as a disgrace to our melanin race, aka a disgrace to the African race. My youths, guns and all other unnatural weapons are of our enemies, and they belong to our enemies, the evil one called Satan, the devil, along with his servants and his chosen people, aka his chosen race. Guns and all other unnatural weapons are not of us, your most honorable melanin ancestors, but they are the inventions and the creations of our enemies, of our haters, our lords and oppressors. They are invented and created by these diabolic masterminds to bring about control, domination, oppression, evil, death and destruction upon the land, upon the earth. And any and everyone who is in possession of any of these demonic weapons, guns, you name them, is also possessed by them. I covered this in another lecture presentation. My youth, your activated common sense will affirm to you that a tree did not start it out as a tree, but as a seed that only had the potential to grow. And in time it grew and became a tree. The same is true of a man and of a woman. From approximately, listen carefully now, from approximately 100 million seeds, aka approximately 100 million sperms that competitively strove for conception. You were the one chosen and was conceived. All other competitors, all of your other competitors perished. Thus, it is now partially your responsibility to stay alive. It is now partially your responsibility to survive. It is now partially your responsibility to strive to live long enough in order to become a man or a woman, aka to become a real man or a real woman. Anything or anyone to the contrary is still an infant, still a baby, still a foolish child. I hereby challenge you, my youths. If at all you believe that you are intelligent enough to know the difference between being a male and being a female, and if at all you are honest and brave enough, please, when you are by yourself, look yourself in a mirror and ask yourself these 6 questions. Number 1, am I a man or am I a woman? Number 2, am I a child that is becoming a man or a woman? Number 3, am I talking like a child? Number 4, am I thinking like a child? And number 5, am I reasoning like a child? Number 6, am I acting and behaving like a child? And please, to yourself, be true with your answers. My youth, it is my hope and my sincere prayer for you all, my youths, that you may live long enough to become a man or a woman. And like wise men and wise women of old, you too may say, when I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought or think like a child. I reasoned like a child. I behaved like a child. But now that I became a man or became a woman, I put away the ways of childhood behind me. I put away foolishness behind me. And so, my youths, those of you that have ears to hear, let them hear so that they can wake up and live to become men and women. Or let them continue to fight and kill each other like dumb fools. Yes, let them continue to be the victims and the servants of Satan the devil and the slaves of Satan's people and Satan's people's demonic weapons. For until they yield and take heed to wise counsel, they will continue to live and die like fools. I am the mystic philosopher. Ashe, 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 I say.